champions and we deserve this. We rose to the moment, and here we are.
All right, I want to welcome y'all to the Long Distance Playbook. My name is Chris. This is my partner Mace, and we got my man Just on the other side. This is a talk show, a sports talk show we're going to talk about a little bit of every sport, what's going on in the world of sports, period. Sorry for being late. We had some technical difficulties. I hope we fixed them all. And now, we're going to go lead into my man Mason doing shout-outs.
Hey, so first off, we want to shout out to the European team. They beat our American team last week. They won the Ryder Cup. Congratulations. And I want to also highlight the subject that one of the subjects Jay talked about last week was the England women's rugby team. They actually won the Rugby World Cup. Congratulations.
Yep. All right. So we're going to the baseball season. We got the playoffs just coming through. Just got to October. We have what's called the Mr. October. What are some of you guys, I guess, growing up, hearing about the best baseball players in the playoffs? Any names come to mind for you guys when it comes to the best players?
Mr. October himself.
Yeah,
Reggie Jackson.
So, yeah, Reggie Jackson Mr. October himself.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jay.
So my pops used to always talk about this one guy that used to play for St. Louis. His name was Bob Gibson. Now, Chris, that's not your way. Do you have any relatives that you can tell you any stories about Bob Gibson or anything?
I got a good one. So
Okay.
during my time in the military, I was a recruiter in Omaha, Nebraska, and I actually got to meet the great Bob Gibson.
Woo-hoo!
So it's kind of one of those diehard Cardinal fans. Yes, I am. It was like seeing a superstar that you only heard about growing up and seeing highlights of.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. I have one guy, I'm an Oakland A's fan, and I have to put Earl Hershiser and Kirk Gibson on that list because they crushed Oakland Spirit in the World Series. And I'm mad, we had Ricky Henderson, Jose Canseco, Mark McGuire. We had a great pitching staff. I mean, that Oakland A's team was built to be a dynasty. And
they were all on steroids too.
No, this is before they got all jacked up.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when they were, they looked like normal human beings. And my boy Kirk Gibson hit that.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, Kirk Gibson hit that home run off of Dennis Eckersley. Man, that crushed me. That that really crushed me, man. And Ricky Henderson to this day, Ricky Henderson is my favorite baseball player. And we finally ended up winning it the year after against the Giants, but boy, that it was like he couldn't hit Oral Hershiser for some reason. So the Bash Brothers was just null and void.
Oral was good. Hey, Jay, would you say anybody that we watched growing up though would be Mr. October? Like for me, right? I'm a Braves fan, so I had, we had a couple of heartbreaks against the Yankees, But I'd have to put Mariano Rivera and maybe even Derek Jeter up in the October discussion because the Yankees were so dominant for a long time.
Yes, yes. Do you remember Jack Morris and Kirby Puckett?
Oh yes,
Why you got to bring that up?
Well, you said Atlanta, so I was like, yo, let me.
Why you got to bring it up? You know, hey,
Jack
you know,
Morris.
rest in peace to Mr. Curtis Bucket.
absolutely.
They had a guy named Ken Viola. I remember he had a pretty good run against your Cardinals in '87. So yeah, it's this time of year. It's something about October. The weather starts to change, and the baseball starts to get early. They play some games, but you don't get to see the top. The big kids go up, and somebody's going to come out there and just have an unreal 2 or 3 weeks and just put their team at their back and just champion.
Well, some of the games going on, Jay. What you got?
Y'all got the Yankees. Look,
Huh?
I think the Yankees and Dodgers are probably going to end up winning their game.
You think the Yankees and Dodgers gonna win there?
Yeah, I think the Yankees and Dodgers are going to win their game. Um, what about you guys? Who you think going to win on the other series you got? What do you think?
So go ahead, Chris.
Well, I like Toronto to win the series. I think they got enough hitting power to match the Yankees. Uh, I'll never pick the Cubs ever in my life. That's sacrilegious. So I'm pulling for the Brewers, even though they're that team we don't root for, but I hate the Cubs more.
Well, I would say the Brewers is more of a team that you really don't see this time of year.
Not necessarily. They've
You
been
know?
they've been pretty consistent.
You know,
Unless
Last few years
it's
they've been pretty
Robin
consistent.
Yount. That's a long time ago.
But and I think the Mariners pitching staff may be able to pull it off for Detroit.
Yeah, speaking of Van, Randy Johnson, we didn't look at him. What an amazing pitcher he was for them. But those days are long gone, man. I don't think we got a Randy Johnson on that staff either.
So
but I'll say, Jay, you asked me right. So we got Seattle versus Detroit, right?
Yes.
Me myself, I'm gonna have to take Seattle, and here's why. Cal Riley, the catcher. Hopefully, he wins the MVP for the AL. First catcher in history to hit 60 bombers. He was two of tying Aaron Judge the AL all-time record. So
Yeah.
to me, that's impressive. And he didn't take games off. He caught every game.
Yeah.
So
Tough
and that's
position.
a very tough position. Bad on your knees, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm taking Seattle on that one. And Toronto, New York, I'm gonna have to. Toronto's got a good pitching staff, but I think New York's got too many heavy hitters. I'm taking the Yankees on that one.
You're a smart man. Smart man. The Yankees, you know what? They always have the best talent. It depends on can they handle the pressure. It's very tough to play. Just like the football team, the media is so hard to play. And if you don't have that inner fortitude, look past all that noise, and you get out and play, you can see how Juan Soto, Juan Soto, he's been in New York, but everywhere else, he was amazing. So, yeah, it's a tough place to play.
It is. And then Philly versus the Dodgers. That's horrible for me, right? Because the Dodgers spend a lot of money for their roster. They got a lot of good hitters. But Philly's got some hitters too, and they got some pitching, right? So to me, whoever wins between the Phillies and the Dodgers, as long as they stay healthy throughout the series, the winner to me is going to be in the World Series.
Okay.
Right? I don't see the Brewers or the Cubs being able to beat them. Either one of those teams. I think this is a match that we was hoping to see in the next round, but now we're seeing it now. So I mean, I'm going to take the Dodgers home, and then for the Brewers and the Cubs, I'm going to have to go with Milwaukee as well.
Okay.
So
Hey, I already told you mine. So
did you get picks for Seattle and Detroit?
I got Detroit.
Ooh, okay.
And so Milwaukee and Chicago.
Yeah.
This is going to take, but I'm going to go ahead and go with the home team Chicago on that one.
You go with the
Chicago.
Cubbies?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're going to show up. I think Milwaukee's going to have.
Okay. All right. We're going to see. We're going to see. I mean, it's going to be interesting. So, first game's tonight, right, Jay? No, can't hear you. My tracking is game one is tonight versus Milwaukee and Chicago. And then I don't know who the other.
So they should be NL alternation.
Right, but I don't know who the other one is. So let me see what in the schedule. We got New York and Toronto tonight as well. So good luck to both the teams, and we'll see who obviously punches the first game ticket because it's an important ticket. Every game is important, and obviously we want to get that first win in the bag. We're going to see.
We're going to take a small commercial break, and we'll be right back. Got to fix some little technical issues with Jay. All right, and we're going to be going right into our college football. We'll be right back. back from break. Real quick, let me check and see if Jay got some good audio over there.
Check 1 2 1 2.
All right, he's back. Sound better. Sound great. Hey, we're going into college football. It is a big day in college football today. Man, some hearts gonna be broken. Some life changing events gonna happen. So we're gonna jump right on into it. Vanderbilt, Auburn. I'm sorry, Vanderbilt and Alabama. They both in the same state, Auburn and Alabama. So I'm going to say this. So this is a must win for Alabama. They cannot lose this game. Not 2 years in a row. They're gonna call for that boy head, that coach head. Look, they gonna call. Look, they gonna call for that head.
They were calling for it last year. So, and they were calling for it honestly after the Florida State loss.
Yeah. So, but he stepped up last week.
I don't know if it's necessarily him. Ty Simpson has found his groove. Like, hey, yeah, he may have struggled against Florida State the last.
He stepped up last week.
Oh yeah.
A team can win, but a coach got a good man.
That's true.
That's true. So, he still ain't. Like I said, Alabama came in. They got their backs against the wall. They cannot lose to a Vanderbilt team that is currently hot. This ain't the old Vanderbilt from the 90s and 2000s where it was like a weekend off. You can start third string and they're gonna punish you. This Vanderbilt team is something to talk about. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you know. I don't like to say it. Roll Tide. I think they're gonna figure it out again this week.
Yeah, there's always a little something extra when Mason comes in. Feels he has a little pep in his step and chest poked out. Big bad Alabama. Nick Saban who we don't need Judy or Waddle or Matt Jones, because we saw what Matt Jones did the other night. Because Jones saw what he did. But new coach doesn't matter. New players doesn't matter. Whatever is in the water in Alabama, in the sea, it just continues to roll, tide, roll. And they won a very important game last week. A lot of us was doubting, you know what? I can admit when I was wrong. I doubted Alabama, and they stepped up. They played a huge game. I mean, it was a huge game last week. Now, how do they play when they know, hey, if we win this game, it's going to be pretty much smooth sailing the next 3 or 4. Can they win today? And I think they do against Vanderbilt. I think they're going to beat them.
Look, I'm glad y'all said that because last week both of y'all went against me. You know what I'm saying? Because look, you don't go against the A right there. You can't go against that Alabama. But I'll tell you, Vanderbilt has a mobile quarterback. What happened week 1 against Alabama? Florida State had a mobile quarterback, and they torched us. They torched us. We've always, even when Nick Saban was there, when we played a mobile quarterback, we struggled. Right? This right here, to me, is going to be a game of has Kalen DeBoer somewhat figured out and coached this defense to not necessarily because it's impossible to be real, right? It's impossible to stop a mobile quarterback, but can you contain them? Can you reduce their performance from here down to here? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to see. I want to see Kalen DeBoer have this defense ready. I think the offense of Alabama is already there. I think our defense has got to be there because there's no telling. When we run into another mobile quarterback, I don't want that mobile quarterback to be the one to beat us. I'm still gonna go with my Alabama, obviously, no matter what. So, but I think this game is gonna be a lot closer than what people think it's gonna be. So,
Okay. So I'm assuming you're rolling with it.
oh, roll tide all day.
Our next game is Miami and Florida State.
Whew. That's my neck of the woods. You know, the state of Florida. Now, I've been off probably the last week or so. I've been off, but one thing I haven't been off about is the state of Florida and the state of football in Florida. Miami has been very impressive. They've been taking care of their business. It's a tough one. I still think Miami's going to win, but I think they're going to have a lot of people nervous going into the fourth quarter today. But that Georgia quarterback coming over, I think he's going to be the difference. I think he's going to be able to put those dollars aside and say, hey, we can win these tough games. I'm not going to choke, and I'm going to bring it home for you. I think for sure that Beck is going to be that palm force for Miami. And I think they will withstand the pressure, the crowd noise, and everything that comes with playing at Florida State, Miami, and Miami.
Okay. Hey, Jay, look, Florida State lost to Virginia last week, right? Miami's still undefeated and stayed in third because Oregon beat Penn State. They moved Oregon up to second above Miami. So either they don't like Miami or they see something different. They see something that we don't see. You know what I'm saying? Florida State, I'll go ahead and tell you, they need to be hungry. I think they will be hungry coming off a loss. They're going to be coming back to their home stadium. The fans, they're going to have the home crowd and everything else, right? It's going to be
Tough place to play.
Huh?
Very tough place to play.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And coming off a loss, because now you got to redeem yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only way to redeem yourself, it ain't going to be a close game. You're going to have to win this game to redeem yourself.
Oh, yeah.
But, Jay, unfortunately, I'm in the same boat with you. I don't think Florida State can win this game. I think Miami's going to win.
Where's this game at?
Florida State.
Tallahassee.
Yeah.
Whew.
The Capitals.
Tallahassee.
Yeah, it's rough.
So I am not going to give y'all some glaring notes or any flash and dash. I'm telling you, Florida State is going to win this game.
Ooh, wait.
They got to prove they looked past Virginia last week.
Fair enough.
They looked past
Wouldn't surprise me.
and they got caught peeking in the creek jar. Not putting their hand in it, they peeked in it to see what kind of cookie. It's going to be a close game. That crowd is going to play a big factor. I'm going Florida State. I'm going to be the lone survivor here.
Hey, he's trying to put that record of his.
You trying to catch up?
Oh, just for the viewers, we forgot to announce it at the beginning, right? So for the season, for college football, Chris over here, he's at 10-10. At 500, he's doing all right. He finally found somewhat of a groove last week. Jay, he's at 12-8. Doing good. Myself, I'm at 15-5. So we're gonna keep moving up, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So our next game on the field is Texas A&M and Mississippi State. The cowbell's gonna be ringing. Lord.
So this is Mississippi State at Texas A&M?
Yes. Yes.
Woo. I think Texas A&M has proven that we can take them seriously.
Now, hold on, Jay. Understand, both of them are undefeated.
Yes.
Keep that in mind.
But they didn't Texas A&M beat when Notre Dame they beat or who did they beat a couple weeks ago that we didn't think they were gonna beat.
Yeah, Notre Dame.
Yeah, so look, it's gonna be a great game. What do you think?
Well, I think Texas A&M is going to win. I think they have just too much talent, and they have the experience. I think Texas A&M is going to pull this off. Plus, they're at home. I like the home.
Yeah. Didn't they do the 12th man? Didn't they try to patent the 12th man?
Yeah, they had a bonfire, everything like that. You know that.
And then the Seattle Seahawks try to say, no, we have the 12th man.
Yeah,
They went to court or something. I don't know who won, but that's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, I got Texas A&M in this. I think Texas A&M is going to beat them.
Okay. All right. Well, gentlemen, I think I'm going to be the lone wheel on this one. I think it's going to be upset week on this game.
Okay.
I think Mississippi State's plays a good, solid team. They feel disrespected. They ain't even in the top 25 yet, and they undefeated.
Hmm.
We got 2 lost teams in the top 25.
So who's their quality win? I mean, who do they beat? Mississippi State.
Shoot, I don't know. I'd have to
No.
look it up. But regardless,
quality wins.
who
I didn't want to say that, but I was going to let it roll with it.
on the quality wins?
Yes.
Let's see. Oh no, they 4-1. Sorry, but they barely lost to Tennessee.
Mm.
Barely lost.
And who else did they play?
Right?
Who did they beat?
They beat number 12 Arizona State.
Oh, that was
Come on,
No, week 2.
same difference.
Arizona State.
Well, see, Arizona State's loss to a Mississippi State team, and they ranked 12th, and Mississippi State can't even get the top 25.
I got it. So you're saying that Scatterboo came back to play against Mississippi State, and they beat Scatterboo, and then Scatterboo went back to the NFL. So that's
No, no.
Oh no.
No.
Okay, all right.
What I'm saying is, look, people are overlooking Mississippi State.
No, we not.
A lot of people.
They are who we think they are.
Yeah, and it's going to be proven today. We're going to prove it today.
Okay. All right, we're going to see. I'm going Mississippi State, though.
All right.
All right, we got. Well, we already. I don't even know why we want to talk about this, but we are. The Ohio State University versus Minnesota.
Mm.
So I can't even think to say anything else out of my mouth but Ohio State wins this game.
Coach Day.
In controlling fashion.
I was going to say, look, this is going to be Ohio State's first time back-to-back on the road. But
No, they're home. Ohio State's home.
are they at home?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but Minnesota. Look, hey, does Ohio State start second string?
Second half, they're going to bring them in the second half. They're going to roll.
They might be in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Minnesota don't have a chance in this game. Okay.
What about you, Chris?
Already
Ohio
said.
State?
Yeah, he said Ohio State hands down.
No, but he didn't say Ohio State second teamers hands down. He just said Ohio State.
It'll be a close game.
Oh, okay. Second teamers close game. That's good. That's good.
Boise State and Notre Dame. I'm gonna let you start with this one, Jake.
You know, everybody
Since you like riding the Notre Dame coach, I'm starting with you.
Right? He get fired, right?
You know what?
Ain't that what he said?
That's what he said.
I said that after he lost. Remember? But you know what? He surprised the whole nation. Got a couple wins, and you know what? If Notre Dame was playing on that blue field in Boise State, I would say that Notre Dame would be a little confused because Boise State is not going to be pull out the whole Belgian listen. The running back is now in the open, not in the open, but he's in Las Vegas. He ain't playing. It's a shame that Boise State always has these teams that they get your attention, then they put you to sleep. They're going to put us to sleep today against Notre Dame. And the coach of Notre Dame will live another day, another week, he'll keep his job. Hey, Notre Dame will win this game. And you heard from me, and I'm a Michigan guy, so anytime I have a chance to go and pick Notre Dame, look here.
So you've been bashing Notre Dame all season.
Oh yeah. For 30 seasons in a row.
Huh?
For 30 seasons in a row, I've been bashing Notre Dame.
Look, I'm in agreement with you. Notre Dame gonna win this, and I think it's actually gonna be a little close, right? Boise State can, from time to time, have good seasons, and they play up to a certain level, higher than other seasons. Right? I think this is a higher level season, but I think Notre Dame still wins.
Okay, so I'm gonna say Notre Dame off the rip because they have too much talent. Too much talent. Boise State, unless they bring in the Carolina Panthers to play Notre Dame, they ain't got a chance. No chance.
Nope.
So I'm gonna roll with Notre Dame. Iowa State and Cincinnati. So I'm gonna say Iowa State because one, unless Jason Kelsey is going to Cincinnati to go start at center. Travis Kelsey gonna go back to playing tight end. What was the quarterback name? Braun. Go back to play quarterback for Cincinnati.
Nope.
They are not going to beat Iowa State.
Ohio State's a very, very good program.
Not Ohio State. Iowa State.
Iowa State, yeah, very solid.
Mm-hmm.
They guarantee you get you 8 wins a season. This is one of them.
That's a well coached team. Yeah. They don't have a lot of flashy guys. They got guys that play within the system.
They got 76 Brock Purdy over there.
But I'd say Iowa State's consistent though.
Yes.
They win. I wouldn't say, to me, I think they win all the majority of their games throughout the season, right? Because of scheduling and everything. But Iowa State, when I think of Iowa State football, I'm thinking their offense is a flying offense. They can throw the ball, they can run it, they can dump it off. They're fast offense, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going with Iowa State too.
But it's funny because they always, they're 8 to 10 seasons guaranteed.
Yep.
They don't lose 3 or 4 games every year. But they always do a good job. They always win. They always beat who they're supposed to do. And then surprise you and take down somebody that's better than them, like Iowa.
So you take that.
Yeah.
All right.
Now we got Virginia versus Louisville.
Oh, I mentioned Virginia
Can I
earlier.
take
Oh, you
You want
go.
to take it? Go ahead. Go ahead.
the Virginia boy in me knows heartbreak. He knows he's gonna build me up just like style.
Oh,
UVA,
like y'all did in NCAA tournament.
exactly. Whether it's basketball, baseball, football, he will show you that we have the ability to, you know, beat a great team. Beat somebody we're not supposed to beat. And then turn around next week and lay an egg. That's what we do in Virginia. We build up your hope, Mike Vick, Aaron Brooks, no matter who is in our program, we're going to show you, okay, we got this. And all of a sudden, we're going to go and play against a team like who? Louisville, and they'll beat us by 25 points. Seriously. We'll play that great last week. They turn around and like, where's the team at? Why are we playing so poorly the following week after we like surprised basically the whole country? Because no one saw UVA beating Florida State last week.
Now that was supposed to be a win for Florida State.
It was supposed to be their game to get ready for Miami this week.
Yep.
They were supposed to don't get anybody hurt. Let's go ahead, go to Virginia, Charlottesville, whatever they do down there. They're lawyers. They're not football players. So what happened? They got beat, and still, the Florida State ever find their receiver because we buried under 18,000 fans that ran up to the field after he didn't take the ball. Look, Louisville's gonna win this game. UVA, we're gonna go back to reality. Soul to soul. Boom. There you go. That's what happened. Louisville.
Well, I'm glad you went. I'm glad you took that from me and you went first. You know why? I got a question for you, Jake. Does Lamar Jackson play for Louisville? No, he does not. This is not the same Louisville team that you've seen in the past.
Well, see, he faked his injury, so he won't have to play for Baltimore this week to play. He's putting on his uniform this week.
He gonna discreetly play for Louisville, huh?
He's gonna go back to wearing the visor,
Ooh, we.
helmet.
Ooh, look, if the quarterback shows up like that, at game time, I have to change my pick. But right now, I'm going to go with the hot hand of Virginia. I think Virginia, as long as they execute the way they executed the last week, will be a very good team. Now, we're not saying playoffs or nothing like that, right?
They got you, huh? They got you. Okay.
No, but Louisville, dang sure don't have it.
Yeah.
Louisville ain't going to win no ACC or nothing. So
No. It doesn't matter who UVA is playing this week. After that last week, after they won last week,
yeah.
it doesn't matter who they're playing this week. You're going to see UVA turn back into UVA.
So you saying they're too far up on the high now?
Oh yeah, they're going to take this week off. You'll see.
Okay. But I'm still going to go Virginia.
Hey, so I'm gonna ask this question. I don't think Louisville played last year. I think they was on bye. Yeah. And I don't think any anybody else can choose a different way of going. So I think Virginia's going to come out and give a letdown. And Louisville's going to take advantage of that. Okay? I'm going to Louisville. Okay? Look, I might just be taking bad picks so y'all can catch up with me on the record, you know? Watch out. So our next game, Texas Tech and Houston. I'm rolling with Texas Tech.
Ooh, okay.
I think Michael Crabtree gonna get about 10 years younger. Uh, Baker, Baker Mayfield gonna sneak in and play quarterback.
Mahomes up there.
Well, he really didn't play much, but he just joking. I'm just saying. Look,
We talk about the
if,
history of
if,
Texas
if
Tech.
Curly Hair will play, everybody know that's Curly Hair. I think Texas Tech has been playing very well this year. As long as they don't have a letdown, I think they should be able to beat Houston high flying offense. But, they like to throw the ball around. So, what you got, House?
I got Beyonce. I got the Ghetto Boys, Mr. Scarface. They don't play football. I got the other team. But these anytime you have two schools that are playing from the same state, it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. But I got Texas Tech winning.
I agree with you on the high scoring game. I don't think hardly any defense can be played on this game. Both teams offensively are very talented. Defensively, they've always struggled. Um, even I think we're all in the same boat on this one. I think we all think Texas Tech is going to take this one.
Okay, so now we're gonna take another commercial break. We'll be right back.
Come on with me. Come with me. Ready, y'all.
We're back.
All right.
Hey, so we're gonna move into the NFL. Jay, what you got?
Woo! San Francisco. San Francisco, San Francisco, San Francisco.
Got lucky.
Hey, you want to call it luck? You call it what you want to call it.
I'll actually call it what it is. The
Hey,
head coach even said he made a bad play call. Oh man, I ain't got time for that crap.
return the Mac, baby.
Ain't no return. Y'all ain't going nowhere anyway.
Hey, look, we had the hot dog vendors come out and playing football for us on Thursday night. Kendrick Bourne? You mean to tell me Kendrick Bourne out here balling?
Hey, he had a good game. I give it to him.
Hmm. All right. So, Minnesota and Cleveland. Minnesota at Cleveland. So, they say that when you come from overseas and you got to go back. Oh, no. So,
They're playing in London.
Playing 11.
Okay, good. So, with that being said, even though it says Minnesota at Cleveland, disregard that. Because Cleveland had to go overseas and Minnesota's already been there. I'm thinking Minnesota because they've already been there and they don't have to travel. They didn't have to travel this week. So they've gotten used to the time difference. That's very, very huge when teams are coming from America and coming over to Europe. It can literally mess with your whole body, your whole routine, everything you're trying to do as a football player to get ready for a football game. I got Minnesota.
Okay, I think this is going to be a very close battle game. Um, both of them have good defenses. That's one thing y'all not taking into account. Is both of them have good defenses. And with that being said, you got a rookie starting for the first NFL game. Then you got the other quarterback is a backup also. So you got you have two backup stars in this one game, two good defenses. And the thing is, who's gonna make the first mistake? That's what's gonna be the catalyst of this game. That's who's gonna win. Don't make that mistakes. And being that Carson Wentz is a veteran who has also played this week, who has been putting up points as a starter. Then he's going against Dylan Gabriel, I'm sorry, who's a rookie who don't get me wrong, played every started every year he played in college. So he has uh, he has a little bit of experience, but there's gonna be some differences with the NFL. So and you're not you're not throwing 3-4 touchdowns in in the in the regular season like you were doing in the preseason. This game one, I think Minnesota wins this game, but it's gonna be close. This ain't gonna be no. I don't think it's gonna be a 41 to 38 game. I think more like 21-20 or 20-17. But that's what I'm looking at.
All right. Look, it's good. Is Cleveland throwing the flag? Just is Joe Flacco? Is he now second or is he third? Because
Flacco was second.
well, Gabriel's starting, right? So if he
Yes.
starts struggling, are they bringing Flacco in?
I don't think they will. That'll crush it.
I think they're only going to bring him in if he gets hurt. That's the only reason why they'll bring Flacco in. I think.
Okay,
Not
so
if he struggles.
well, that's what I'm asking, right? So if Gabriel gets hurt, Shadur Sanders, he
No,
game plan?
Flacco.
Okay, but I think it's going to be a learning lesson for Gabriel. Don't expect too much out of him. I mean, Cleveland was struggling beforehand, right? So that's why they went to him. If Cleveland was a good team with Flacco, they wouldn't have went to Gabriel. Let's be honest, right? They was winning games and they were successful. They'd been like, "Hey, Joe, you're doing great. keep going, right? No, the entire team of Cleveland was struggling, and
And
so they had to go. It was time to go to the rookie.
he needs to make sure he guards his wallet. You know what happened to the other quarterback when he came over, right?
Yeah, but
That was
look,
crazy.
Dylan Gabriel just needs to go out there and be a game manager. He doesn't need to go out there and try too hard, too much, right? He'll have time for that. He needs to show that he can take control of this offense, lead them down the football field, put some points on the board, right? I don't expect him to lose it, but he's got to show that, hey, this is my team. I'm ready to move forward. And but yeah, I got Minnesota too. I don't you can't overlook the defenses like Chris said. Uh,
Yeah. And we got game film on him, and
yeah,
he has no pick sixes.
yeah.
So he has to take care of the ball for Cleveland to have any shot in it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. If he turns the ball over instead of being a close game, Minnesota's gonna run away with it. So he's to me he's the X factor for Cleveland. Like I said, I still don't see him winning. I'm still going Minnesota.
Yeah. But Houston at Baltimore. No, which one do you want to do next?
No, that's fine. Houston, Baltimore, fine. Just keep it rolling.
All right. So we know that Lamar Jackson's out for the game. Um, the Cowboys' old quarterback, he's going to be starting for them
Cooper
this
Rush.
week.
Yeah, Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush. I don't know. How confident are you in Mr. Rush, Chris?
So since you're gonna put me on the spot, I'm gonna put my factoid out there. Go ahead. Houston has never beaten Baltimore in Baltimore.
Oh, they're in Baltimore. Can they beat Baltimore with a backup quarterback? Can Stroud make that next step and say, "Hey, this is the game you can have"? Their
I, I,
Superman is not here.
I think Texans win this game for the simple fact that they're not as injured as others.
Yeah,
You got Baltimore is missing a lot of their key defensive players, right?
could this be a game where they lean on Henry?
They ain't got a choice but to lean on him. They can't. Look, I'm being honest. They can't get in a shootout. I don't think they will. They can't win a shootout in this game.
Yeah,
I know Houston is susceptible at their with their offensive line, but I think they still have enough to beat them. You know, Nico Collins and Chubb, Will Anderson, Stingley, they're healthy,
yeah.
and these are big guys that doing what they're supposed to do. So I don't think
Defense played phenomenal this season. Even they haven't put up as many points as we're accustomed to in Houston. The
yeah.
defense has been a top five defense and points allowed this year so far.
So I think Texas figure it out this week. They take advantage and they break their streak of not winning in Baltimore.
What about you, Mason?
Look, Cooper Rush when he was back up on Dallas and Dak Prescott was behind, and Cooper Rush came in. Cooper actually for the first couple of games looked nice. Everybody was like, people in Dallas were like, oh, we still might make the playoffs, right? Because he was doing very good. He was winning games. He was producing. However, Cooper Rush was the backup on that team for a couple of years. He had multiple practices with the first uh, team and everything else, right? So uh, I'm going to have to go with Houston just because I don't think Cooper has the what is it, the cohesion with the rest of the first team Baltimore Ravens, and I think the Ravens defense, like Chris said, was injured. And Derrick Henry, my boy, but Baltimore hadn't relied on him to. He hasn't broken out yet this season. I'm still waiting on him to break out. So until that happens, I got to go with Houston.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, I'm in Houston. Houston all the way.
Okay. All right. All right.
Houston.
What you got next? Then?
So Miami at Carolina.
You said Miami at
You
Carolina.
mean the Giants at Carolina? Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. It don't matter.
The Giants at New Orleans.
Okay.
Giants at New Orleans. I got Mr. Dart. Mr. Dart versus Rattler. Two very young quarterbacks trying to, make their mark on their team and to try to build some confidence in the organization. New Orleans, they want to see if this Rattler guy, if he's going to be the quarterback that they want. Can he be Drew Brees? Can he get some wins and lead them into the right direction? Dart, he played a lot of football at Ole Miss, and he knocked off a very strong, a very good Chargers team. And it wasn't like the Chargers had a lot of turnovers, a lot of mistakes. They went toe to toe with Harbaugh and the West Coast Chargers. So can they, put back-to-back groups together? Can the Chargers? Sorry, can the Giants? I can't believe we were asking this question. Can the Giants win back-to-back games in the 2020s? Is it possible? Or am I dreaming? Did you put something in my cup to make me ask this question?
So
Go ahead, Chris.
I'm gonna say this, right? Because everybody is focusing on the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is focusing on Jackson Dart, Spencer Rattler, right? But I'm not paying attention to one little key factor. The defense. The Giants have a very good defense. Right? They just on the field too much.
Yeah.
They put in Dart. Dart beats the Chargers. He was an unknown. He didn't know what you was doing. In the preseason, what Dart did, he just threw the ball. He ran. But again, the Chargers, he ran the ball. An awful lot. And so I think that the Giants defense is going to slow Rattler down because nobody's really been paying attention, right? The Saints have been putting up points, but they ain't been stopping them with offense.
Yeah.
So I don't think this is about the quarterbacks. Yes, that's the limelight of the show, but I think it's who's going to stop who. And I think the Giants will win this game. What about you, Mr. Mason? This is an interesting game, right? Because it is the battle of the rookie, right? Rattler's still considered a rookie, right? Me and Jay talked about it earlier. He hasn't played a full season. That's the topic highlight. I'm glad you mentioned the defenses, right? One thing that you got to understand though is the Saints struggle when they're playing. Believe it or not, and it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, right? But the Saints struggle when they're playing the pocket quarterback. And you say why, right? Because the defense just can't sometimes penetrate the line, and then the corners get beat, right? So when
it's a throwing offense, the Saints seem to struggle. When it's a mobile quarterback, they seem to do very well, right? They've done very well against Lamar Jackson and the Cats. They've done Patrick Mahomes, right? Not saying they beat him, but they've been very well containing them, right? If they can contain Dart, then New York's offense is going to stall. And I think Jordan is going to get a couple of sacks against Dart, and I think the Saints win.
Yeah. Like Chris was saying about that defense, New Orleans is a very tough building to play in. And going down there for start second game to start should be pretty rough. All right, going to the next game. Whew. Denver at Philadelphia. What are you guys looking for? Has Philly has their luck run out? They don't play the whole thing. They play a half the first half, or they play the second half, or they take a quick push. They don't run the ball. AJ Brown usually put in the sideline. I mean, what's going on? Can Philadelphia put their games work with a very tough Southeast team?
I'm gonna say that if you get a full game out of Philly, it's gonna be they win by 10 or more. Okay? If they play a full game, 10 or more. Right? Philly defense is showing weaknesses. Yeah, that's a key factor. I think
Young corners, very young corners.
so. The Rams showed in their loss how to beat their defense.
Over.
If they don't fix the problem or adjust it, let me say it that way, then I think that Philly's gonna lose. Golden Gates is a very mobile quarterback. I don't think he's the guy to beat them. I think if they can maintain that run game and look at these runs, a little bit run heavy, I think they can beat them.
So that means you got Philly missing?
Yeah, I got Philly winning.
All right, so Chris, I gotta let you know, you gotta let it go, man. The Rams played them 2 weeks ago. So they played they didn't even play them last week. And you still brought up the Rams. But I understand, you know,
So I'm gonna ask you this, right? In sports, right?
yeah.
We'll do it this way. I'm gonna do it this way. Go ahead. In NCAA, right? There's been teams that was undefeated all year long. Yep. Right? And then they get to their conference championship, and then they lose.
Yeah.
Right? What happened next? They normally lost the next game.
Yes.
Right? Oh, in college, right? A team struggle. I'm not gonna target 18. I'm just gonna say number one team in the country on any given Saturday. They struggle against a team that didn't win. They won the game, but they struggled. Right?
Yes.
Right? What ended up happening? The next team that was capable to play them at that level, beat them. Right? So
yes.
what is my point? History says if you're struggling here and you didn't fix it before this game or next game, or you barely got by, because they barely got by the Buccaneers last week.
Yes, they did play the Buccaneers last week.
So I'm saying this, and this is not a Rams thing. This is not a sorry 49ers thing. I'm just going to call an ambulance for the 49ers, though, actually, just so you know. They need to have like 15 of them, 15 ambulances sitting outside the stadium because by the end of the game, they're going to be using all of them. But anyway,
Don't be mad because the 49ers won at SoFi South last night. Oh, sorry, Levi South. That's what we call it. Our stadium. We call it Levi South.
but anyway, like I said, history shows that if one team finds your weakness and you don't fix it, eventually another team will.
Oh yeah, that's
So
true. True.
so
So
carry on.
okay, you Mason, what you got? You got Denver. Do you think Denver's going to figure out this situation that you're talking about?
Actually, I've got this one marked up as my upset. Yes, I got Denver taking Philly. I got Bo Nix orchestrating that offense. I think Philly's defense comes out weak. Denver puts up too many points, and Philly can't recover. Jalen Hurts, as much as I like him, I don't think Philly can recover because Denver's defense is not bad either. So, and so I got Denver taking that.
So I think we lost your audio again. Um, you have to reconnect, and we're gonna move on while you sit over there and
There you go.
there you go.
So I'm telling you, when it comes to the Philadelphia Eagles, who knows? They're one of those teams that they might show up, they might not. And when they do, then they're going to be tough to beat. So to me, until the final score says that the other team has more than Philly, I'm rolling with Philly because they're always a varsity game away from him rushing for 150, which he hasn't done. But we know he has that capability to do so. Philly's capable of A.J. Brown catching 160 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hasn't done it, but that doesn't mean that he won't do it. And then there's Jalen Hurts, where you know if it's 31, 32, they're going to get that. So basically, we're relying on them getting bored and not playing a full game of football for the other team to have a chance to beat them. Or their corners, which are second year, third year corners, not being able to keep up with Sutton and some of those other speedy receivers that Denver has. Sean Payton's a very good coach. He knows how to coach defense. Very good at drawing up an offense. So Denver should show them uh, can Denver get enough pass rush from Hurts? Can they make them more uncomfortable? He hasn't had fumbling problems in the last couple of games, but that doesn't mean that he won't with much pressure because he does hold on to the ball. And when he starts running, he carries the ball very loosely. Denver is very optimistic defense. Like I said, I have Philly winning this game, but it definitely wouldn't shock me if Denver did have the upset in this one. Going to the next game, Tampa Bay at Seattle. Tampa at Seattle.
I got Tampa Bay winning this game. I think Baker Mayfield is found him a third amigo. While Mike Evans is out, Godwin is back. You got to pick your poison on which one, but they are missing Bucky Irvin, which sucks.
Whew.
Um, I just I don't see anybody. I don't think Seattle's had enough to beat them.
Yeah, for me, I'm a San Francisco fan. You're a Ram fan. We don't ever want to pick the NFC West when it comes to the teams. But they've been playing everything, but he's not healthy. He hasn't been healthy the last 2 or 3 weeks either. Losing Evans is huge. Godwin is still working his way back to playing healthy, but he's still not 100%. And he doesn't have his timing down right now. But the most important loss for the Buccaneers is Bucky Irving. Not only was he getting the ball, running the ball, but he was running great routes. He had the mismatches against linebackers, and he had a 76-yard touchdown catch last week. Look, Rasheed White, he had a great season the year before, but they knew they had something very special with Bucky Irving. And I think it's going to be uh, playing in Seattle. It's always tough playing in Seattle. Not sure how the weather's going to be, but we know how the fans are going to be. We know how the defense is going to be. The top five full defense points allowed this year. Seattle should win this game, and I have them winning this year. What about you, Mason?
Um, it's an interesting matchup, right? Because y'all mentioned everything so far, right? But I think me, my gut's telling me to take 10. I'm taking the Bucks.
Okay. All right. Staying out in the West Coast, Washington at the Los Angeles Chargers. I have the Los Angeles Chargers in this one. This is Daniel's first game back. I think he's going to have issues with that Chargers tough defense, fast defense, and also the Chargers are going to run the ball a lot. Johnston has been picking up his game along with Joshua Herbert. Chris, what do you have?
I'm going with the Chargers.
Okay. Okay. If the Rams can't win, why not the other LA team? I got you. What do you got?
Look, we've said it before, right? The Chargers are a solid team this season. Yeah, they lost, but you always come back, right? You got to shake that loss off, and it's easier to shake a loss off than it is rust. Okay, so I think the Chargers win this game because they're shaking a loss. Jay Daniels is going to be trying to shake that rust. So
Yeah.
let's see how good that happens. I got the Chargers.
Okay. Detroit Lions at the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are without their quarterback again. Well, for me, Detroit, if they stay focused, they could win this one easily. Mason, who do you have?
I've got Detroit hands down on this. I don't think Cincinnati can compete against Detroit on either side of the ball. The Cincinnati's uh, before Joe Burrow got hurt, what made Cincinnati Cincinnati was the offense. It wasn't the defense. So I think I got to take Detroit on this, and I don't think it's going to be close by any means. What you think, Chris?
Oh, I'm going with Detroit. I think they just have too many weapons on offense, and not a, you know their defense is still good. Hutchinson has proven that he's a elite pass rusher. So I'm going with Detroit.
All right. So we're all unanimous with that one. Monday Night Football. New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. Derek May has been looking very good the last few weeks, but those Buffalo Bills, that offense has been clicking on all cylinders. I have the Buffalo Bills. Mason, who do you have?
We got the Patriots and the Bills. Let's see. Do I really have to think about that, Jay? I got to go with Buffalo. All right, until somebody proves to me that New England is at Buffalo's level, they may be winning games, but they're not at Buffalo level. So I got to go for Buffalo.
Okay.
Buffalo. So we're gonna go and get to the Chiefs and the Jaguars on Monday night. It's the marquee game of the week.
It is.
Can,
It is.
Can Trevor Lawrence beat the Chiefs?
You said what?
Can Trevor Lawrence beat the Chiefs?
So what do you think? You think they're ready? Florida, playing in Florida? You think they're gonna beat you?
Hold on. What somebody saying earlier? Oh, the Chiefs, they old. They can't play. They can't keep up. Right? What are you saying, that, Jay? Somebody was saying that. I do
Hey,
recall that. Didn't
I will say this. They were playing the Giants. They beat the Giants. Russell Wilson got benched. Okay. Who they play last week? The Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are 1-3. They haven't beaten anybody either. So who has Kansas City really beaten that has a winning record? Nobody. This is a good test for them to see if they can beat a good quality team. This Jacksonville team just beat the team that just took down your Rams. They beat Kansas City 49ers last week. Can we take Jacksonville serious?
yes, I think you can. I've said it since the beginning of the season. This got to be Trevor Lawrence's year. They have to make the playoffs, at least make playoffs, right? And I think one way to do that is to go and to show everybody that you are serious and that you're a good quality team, right? Is to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. I think Jacksonville.
I'm saying Patrick.
You're saying what? You saying Patrick unbound? What you got?
I'm saying Patrick.
Patrick.
He's saying the Chiefs. He just said one word, Patrick.
Okay, I'm gonna take the 3-1 Jacksonville Jaguars at home. I got the Jaguars winning this game.
Hey,
No Taylor Swifties are coming
hey,
on this field. Forget about it.
all you need to understand, right? I'm gonna tell you this right now. Let that hurricane come through and shut down Duval County, or they have a monsoon. I'm still going with the Chiefs, and the reason is they're getting healthier. Okay, you seen what Xavier Worthy could do last week. Now just imagine them doing it this week, and once they get Rice back, they're gonna punish you even more. So I'm telling you, I'm going with the Chiefs, and that's where the cookie crumbles. So I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Long Distance Playbook.
Hey, hit that subscribe button.
Hit that subscribe button on on, um, on YouTube, Long Distance Playbook, Twitch, Long Distance Playbook. Right? Be on the lookout for us. We gonna do these shows every Saturday, 4 p.m. Hopefully we get all these technical issues fixed that we keep having. It's like something new every week. Yep. Something new. But we're gonna work it out. We're gonna be here. We're gonna do what we gotta do. We ran out of time. Be blessed, stay blessed, and we'll be on the air next Saturday, 4 p.m. Hey, have a great Saturday. Enjoy your college football. Peace.